Unang-una, meron tayong dalawang klaseng auditor. Meron tayong tinatawag na internal auditor at meron tayong tinatawag na external auditor. Internal auditor may not be necessarily be CPA. Okay? But external auditor should be a CPA. Requirement yun. So, ibig sabihin ba, ma'am, pag halimbawa lang natapos kami ng accountancy or natapos kami ng any other course, pwede kami maging internal auditor? Yes. For so long as you are going to have the training. Oh, huwag niyo maliitin yung trabaho ng internal auditor, ha? Do not follow my footsteps. Kasi akala ko dati, yung internal audit, madali lang. I found out when I had my own internal auditing, okay, mas mahirap siya kaysa trabaho ng external auditor. Bakit? Because if you're an internal auditor, you are going to see the entire operation. If you are an external auditor, you are just going to focus on financial statement. Okay? Ang pakikialaman lang natin sa preparation ng financial statement is yung internal control. Because if the internal control of a company is good, then perhaps their financial statement is correct. Or if it's fairly stated, I should say. But if the internal control of a certain company, okay, has problems, it doesn't necessarily follow that the financial statement is not also fairly stated. However, you as an external auditor now should do all the work, okay, to prove that the financial statement really is fairly stated. Okay, so audit. Pag sinabi kong audit, I'm still referring to external audit. Okay, so sino ang dapat mag-audit? Nandito, competent, independent person. Okay. So, una, dapat maging competent. Okay, so paano maging competent? Basic requirement yun, you pass the CPA board exam. So, ma'am, pag nakapasa kami ng CPA board exam, you're already competent? No. Kaya gani, kahit pag top 1 ka ba sa board exam, hindi ka pwede maging managing partner kaagad ng kahit anong audit firm. Kasi basically, ang alam mo lang is kung ano yung sinabi sa libro at mag-photocopy. Tama? Bakit, ma'am? Nung nag-OJT ako, yun yung unang pinagawa. Pinatimpla kami ng kape. At pinabili ako ng pandesal. O, di ba? Grabe ka. Okay, pag nag-OJT kayo, pagkadaanan yun. Later. Tingnan natin. Tapos, paano siya? Alphabetize. So, doon ko na master na pag pareho silang B, dapat ang sunod BA, BE, BI.
Master.
Paano kung BI lahat? Sunod yung third letter. Di ba? Wala ko sa kinder. Okay, competent. So, paano naging competent? When you pass the CPA board exam, you should have 3 years meaningful experience.
Nothing
to do with the audit. Yes.
Nalag. Nawala. Nawala siya.
Hey.
Lag pa rin?
Wala. Wala pa rin.
Wala pa rin.
Go muna ako ng kape.
Jul, chapter 1 yung ginadiscuss ni ma'am?
Oh, chapter 1.
Okay.
Isend ko yun sa'yo, Day.
Send mo pero wala ka na open.
Wala akong PC.
Madaling araw na kasi.
As in, Day. Alam mo ba, 7:30, bagong gising lang ako. As in, nakakumot pa ako 7:30.
Nagawa ka na ng
7:27.
kape.
Yun na, chismisan pa tayo. Paiba talaga yung gaya mo chismis.
Bakit ako?
Hindi ka marinig, Day. Hindi ka marinig, Mitch. Hindi.
Mahina.
Stay strong na naman tayo.
Salita ka
Tayo.
na.
Meron
Tayo,
ata pero
Jul.
mahina.
Okay, nagagalaw-galaw din yung mic niya. Oh. Oh. Ah.
May CJ na
Ito,
naman.
hindi ko talaga ako ready. Hindi. Mahina siguro
Mitch,
masyado.
hindi ka marinig. Hindi, narinig siya kanina pero grabe
Wala kanina.
kahina. Mahina masyado. Sigaw ka, Mitch.
Very normal.
O, yun. Meron pero grabe naging kahina. Bakit? Ayan, marinig ka na.
Ayan, kahina.
Pero grabe kahina. Sabi sa'yo, magsigaw ka.
Nagasigaw na ako.
Oh,
Ala.
yan, marinig ka.
Tayo mo tanggal ulit.
Maka-adjust. Mahina pa rin. Jul.
Oo, mahina. Gawa muna ako kape.
One hour na ito, no? Okay.
Yes, Mitch.
Hello?
Hi, ma'am.
Back. O, diba? Marinig niyo ako kahit nakamask ako?
Yes, ma'am.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay.
Yes, ma'am.
Sino na yon? And then, independent person? Okay. Oh, kanino yan? Sino yan may background? Yung mga batang nag-uusap. Nasaan na yung mga batang nag-uusap? Okay. Sige. So, I'm on the independent person now. Who are the independent person? Well, independent person should be independent in mind and they should be independent in appearance. Ano yan, ma'am? Independent in mind, yung hindi ka madaling ma-influence. Okay. So, you are not susceptible to influence of anyone if you do have the knowledge. Okay, so you should have the technical knowledge before you are going to do an audit. Second, independent in appearance. Ano yung appearance? Appearance, una-una wala kang sabit. Anong wala sabit? Hindi ka related in any way doon sa i-audit mo. Okay? Although in our standards, friends are not really mentioned as one of the person that you have an existing relationship. But we have to accept the fact that friends are friends. So meron tayong ties with friends. So if you are now in the position to do an audit, I will advise you to perhaps in some ways or another, iwasan natin maging auditor ng isang friend because you might lose a friend. Paano yun, ma'am? Paano ito yung nasa audit? Tapos, ito yung lumabas. Hindi fairly stated yung financial statement. So, kung gaano kalakas ang loob mo na magsabi sa kanya na hindi siya fairly stated, na ito yung ilalabas mong report. So, by then, you should be ready to lose a friend. Okay? Much more, you cannot lose a father, you cannot lose a mother, you cannot disconnect to a family. So, dapat hindi ka related in any way. Okay? You, as an auditor, dapat din wala kang direct or indirect relationships with the business. So, ano ibig sabihin nun? Yung family ninyo, hindi siya stockholder sa company na yan, kung saan ikaw yung auditor. Okay? Or ikaw mismo, kahit very minimal yung investment mo sa company na yon, hindi ka allowed na maging auditor. Because that would make you impartial. Ay, partial day. Impartial pala is subjective. That would make you partial. Okay? Kaya minsan di ba maalala nyo, I think it is sa Senate, the chairman of the franchising and licensing churba in the Senate was Senator Poe. Okay? And then when they are trying to look into the case of ABS-CBN, she inhibit kasi meron siyang connection sa ABS-CBN. Yung pelikula ng tatay niya doon pinapalabas sa ABS-CBN. Much more, they are very much related with Cardo Dalisay. Kasi 'di ba, the Provinciano was, and then the mother is part of so nag-inhibit siya. Okay. Yun. That would make you independent in appearance. Another thing is if you're going to do an audit, ito yung tinuturo sa inyo. That's why you are taught to be professional in appearance. Kasi kasama siya sa package deal. Ano yun? Dapat marunong kayong manamit na maayos. Kaya very particular kami sa uniform. Kasi dyan tayo magsasalita naman tayo magsisimula. when you are now going to have your OJT uniform, it should be properly worn. Kaya rin hindi natin ini-encourage na magkaroon ng kulay yung mga buhok ninyo. Bakit ma'am? Pag may kulay ba yung buhok namin, would that make us unprofessional? Honestly, hindi. Pero magkaroon siya ng impact. Like for example, your hair is white gray. Ano ka, K-pop? Oh. So, may mga certain color ng hair that we accept pag hindi siya loud. Still, kasi iba yung relationship natin, iba kasi yung nature ng business natin sa client. So, dapat tayo presentable din. Okay? That's why you're always reminded that you should be wearing heels. Bakit? Di ba pag naka-heels, mukha kang confident. Di ba? You look sexy kasi wala kang choice eh. Kailangan kang magtayo ng maayos pag naka-heels. Kasama yan siya actually sa package ng independent in appearance. Okay? Yung independence in mind, it's more on technical skills. Kasi 'di ba pag alam mo hindi ka naluloko or hindi ka nadadala ng mga ano kasi alam mo kung ano yung ginagawa mo. Okay, ngayon. Ano ang pinaka-importanting bagay sa audit? Evidence. Okay? So, kailangan ko i-discuss sa inyo kung anong evidence. Okay. The evidence we're looking in here should be competent evidence, reliable, verifiable. Okay, yan yung hinahanap natin na evidences. Later, pag-usapan natin evidence. Ano pa ang mga ginagawa ng auditor? Aside sa audit, external audit, meron ba tayong mga assurance services na ginagawa? Okay? It would vary depending on the risk involved, depending on the adequacy of whatever, kung ano yung nature ng assurance. Okay, later na natin pag-usapan yan kasi more on audit pa man tayo. Finals pa man yung other assurances. So, balikan lang natin yung iba. Okay? Ano ba ang kailangan kong discuss dito sa inyo? Primary concerns of audit, therefore, okay. What are the types of audit that we have? Yung diniscuss ko sa inyo, yun yung pinaka-basic, external audit. Ang tawag natin doon, independent audit. Financial audit. Okay, yun. Yun yung magiging nature ng work natin. But we do have any other types of audit. In our book, meron tayong 8 dito na tawag yan? Nasabi, maliban sa external audit. First, we have compliance audit. Okay. So, if I'm going to give you an example with compliance audit, I think all of you is already familiar with PASCO. Tama? Parating yung naririnig. And then, we have the ISO accreditation that we have. Okay, though ISO is operational audit yun siya. Pero kasi if we are going to submit to a certain authority for accreditation sige, wag na lang tayo sa CHED na lang yung compliance natin. 'Di ba merong mga mandate yung CHED na ganito, ganyan. So as a university you should follow. Okay, yun yung compliance audit. So meron din compliance auditor, meron din compliance auditor. Okay? Kaya huwag kayong mag-alala, kung hindi kayo maka-financial statement audit, maraming field open for an auditor. Sa lahat yun, ang kailangan lang na CPA ka is external financial audit, yung financial audit. Next, we have management audit. Sa management audit, ang target natin dito is how effective the management is. Okay? Performance siya, performance level. So, gaano sila kagaling? Gaano sila ka-efficient? Okay. So, magandang gawing example dyan is yung sa Toyota. They are very, very, very effective. Kasi wala yan silang inventory, raw materials, work in process, wala yan sila. Pati finished product. On the day, lahat ng natapos nila subject for disposal. Okay? So, yun yung management audit. Performance audit. If it is performance audit, carry niya na ang management audit kasi it's effectiveness and efficiency. Okay? Of the management. Yun yung ang focus mo. It's more on the structure. So, kung gaano kaganda yung structure nila, gaano ka-efficient, gaano kabilis. Oh. So, kung gagawa tayo ng performance audit, for example, sa NDU. So, ito yung structure natin. Gaano ba ka-efficient yung operations ng NDU? So, tanungin ko kayo, gaano si mama kang ganyan, girl.
Ay, sorry.
Nag-enrollment. Gaano ba ka-efficient yung inyong ismis? Yung mga ganon. Huwag na kayo magtawa. Basta, yun. Okay? Comprehensive audit, performance, managerial audit, plus financial statement audit. So, sa comprehensive audit, si Pay na pwede dito. Kaso meron man tayong operations. So, meron kang mga kasama. Usually, audit is done by a team. So, meron kayong kasamang engineer, meron kayong kasamang IT, meron kayong kasamang yun. Yun yung kakasama mo para gumawa ng audit. Bakit kasama engineer? Pag mag-evaluate kayo kung gaano ka-effective yung factory nila, marunong kayo tumingin ng machine? Sige daw. Sino sa inyo dito marunong mag-evaluate ng machine? Performance ng machine. Wala Engineer yan siya. Anong alam natin sa IT? Google Classroom, ma'am. Google Classroom nga, not alam? Okay. And then, operational audit. Actually, ito mga audit na nandito, parang sanga-sanga ito sila. Pare-pareho lang. Kaso, nagbabago lang yung tenure, depende kung ano yung scope. Ang pinaka mother of all the audit here is the comprehensive audit. Okay? So, putol-putulin lang natin yun siya. Makikita mo yun, depende sa scope, yun na yung magiging tawag mo dun sa audit. Okay? Ang medyo iba lang dito is yung environmental audit at saka yung forensic audit. Bakit? Sa environmental audit, ang focus mo naman is environment lang. So, saan napupunta yung waste nila? Anong ginagawa ng waste nila? Yung pollution control. Okay, yun yung focus ng environmental audit. Yung forensic audit naman, ito yung mga tinatanggap sa court. Okay?
Akala ko naman sa mga investigador.
Yung mga patay. Nga, sa mga investigador. But the nature now of our investigation is more on financial. Okay? So, ang konsepto ng forensic audit is the same. Kaya lang, siyempre, iba-iba yung mga ginabulat-lat natin. So, pag krimen, ang ginabulat-lat mo yung patay. Ganon, para sa patay. Ganyan. Atin, ang binabulat-lat natin dito is yung financial statement at saka yung documents. Ganito kasi yun. If it is just merely an external audit, pagkatanggap mo ng evidence, ang tinitingnan mo lang saan galing yung evidence. Okay, kasi pag galing siya sa third party, then you are going to say that the evidence is reliable. Wala tayong gagawin doon. If it is forensic audit, you are going to go deeper. Kasi merong crime. Okay? Yung external audit kasi, ang thinking lang natin is dapat mag-follow siya ng GAAP. Pag forensic audit, meron talaga siyang existing fraud. Alam mo na may fraud. So magiging iba ang degree ng critical, saka yung hinahanap mo iba. Hindi lang yung papel. Like for example external audit for purchase. So ano lang titingnan mo doon? Yung bidding, kumpleto ba yung papel ng bidding, nag-follow ba sila ng tamang proseso ng bidding, etc. etc. Okay. If it is forensic audit, titingnan mo na ngayon, imbestigahan mo na yung bidder. Imbestigahan mo paano in-invite. Sino nag-invite? titingnan mo na ngayon yung relationship ng bidder at saka yung isang member ng bid committee. Yung mga ganun.
Yes, ma'am.
You see the difference? Okay. Because if you are now going to establish that there is bias in choosing the bidder, okay, that's fraud. Okay? Ma'am, hindi ba kasama sa trabaho ng auditor yung fraud? Actually, hindi. Pero, natatamaan natin siya minsan pag ginagawa mo ng maayos yung audit. Bakit, ma'am? Kasi, di ba, binutingting mo yung mga paper. Pag external auditor ka kasi, and then you know persons, okay? You will see actually that meron silang mga relationship, and those relationships sometimes tarnish, okay, the nature of the transaction. Yun lang. Hindi siya sinasadya. Natamaan lang natin kasi nagawa ng maayos yung trabaho. Pag hindi nagawa pero hindi yung pinaka-reason ng paghahanap natin. Okay? Unlike sa forensic, yun talaga yung reason ng paghahanap niya. Naghahanap talaga siya ng butas. Sa atin hindi tayo nakahanap ng butas. It's just accidentally nakita natin yung butas kasi nga ginawa natin na maayos yung trabaho. Okay?
Yes, ma'am.
Sige. Ngayon, sino may auditor? Yung lahat yon, yung types ng audit na na-mention, maliban sa forensic audit ha, iba ang qualification ng forensic auditor at saka yung environmental auditor. May mga exam yan sila na iba. Yung environmental audit talaga, para meron siyang certification coming from the DENR. Okay? The rest can be done by a CPA. So lahat yun. Pag CPA ka, qualified ka. Pag hindi ka CPA, ang hindi mo pwedeng gawin doon, financial statement audit. The rest pwede mong gawin. Paano man kung government auditor ako? Okay? Pag government auditor ka, dati ata pwede. Pero ngayon, nagbago ang memo ng state auditor. Ang tawag natin sa kanila state auditor. Lahat na CPAs na rin. Hindi ka pwede maging state auditor pag hindi ka CPA. Ma'am, ano yung state auditor? Yun yung nagtatrabaho sa COA. Ma'am, pati janitor sa COA, ma'am, grabe din. Siyempre, ang nature ng trabaho mo, audit. But then, if it is just administrative aid, yung mga ganun, pwede siyang non-CPA. But if the tenure of the work is audit, you should be a CPA. Okay? Yung framework class ng audit, I'm going to leave it to you. Okay? Para malaman ninyo. Okay. Now, let's go to assurance engagement. So, meron tayong 1, 2. Reasonable assurance engagement and limited assurance engagement. Okay? If it is reasonable assurance engagement, the objective there is, parang kung sabihin tayo. Okay, reasonable assurance, you are giving an assurance that what they're doing is what they're doing is aligned with the established criteria.
Yes.
Okay? If it is limited assurance, you are not actually having any responsibility na, alam mo yan, yung konti lang yung impact. Pag reasonable assurance, meron siyang impact material. Okay? Yung report mo. If it is limited assurance, konti lang. Yung nature ng trabaho mo, medyo maigsi din. I mean, yung tenure ba, yung scope. Okay? Yung no assurance at all, ang ginawa mo lang, nag-compile. Okay? Pwede ba yun, ma'am? Yes. Yun yung pinakamadaling trabaho para sa atin. Mag-compile ng ano nila. Ano yun? Yun yung bookkeeping. Walang assurance yung bookkeeping. Okay? Kasi kung ano yung ano nila, gawa mo ng journal entry, gumawa ka ng trial balance. Okay na yun. So, the engagement varies depending on the degree of the risk that we're taking, okay, and the responsibility we're assuming. Okay?
Yes.
Engagement. How about ganito? Kaya na pala, maiksi lang pala talaga. So, what are the elements of an assurance engagement? Okay? First, an assurance engagement should be a three-party relationship. Okay? Anong three-party relationship ba? Dito tinatanggap ang mga three parties. Third party is accepted.
Yes.
Okay, so sino yung nasa sa assurance engagement? Meron kang practitioner, meron kang responsible party, at meron kang intended user. So practitioner, ikaw yon, the auditor. Yung responsible party, more or less, is the management. Okay, the one who prepares kung ano man yung iti-test. And the third is the intended user. So kanino tayo may responsibility? We have the responsibility as the practitioner to the intended user. Okay. So klaruhin ko ha, if you are taking any assurance engagement, our client is not the responsible party. Our client is the intended user. Okay, so you have to bear that one in mind. Para ito sa intended user. I am not trying to please the responsible party. I'm trying to please and I'm trying to give a clearer picture to the interested user. Okay? So kung financial statement audit ito, it's not the management. You are not going to do it for the management. You are doing it to the stakeholders. Okay? So sino yung stakeholder? Shareholders, outside party, customer, supplier, bank, o sila yung kinikater mo, yan yung iniisip mo, kapakanan nila, hindi kapakanan ng management. Naliwanag?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. Appropriate subject matter. Siyempre, pag magtanggap ko ng assurance engagement, alam mo kung ano yung ititest. Okay, malinaw ha? Hindi yung pumasok ka sa isang kliyente, hindi mo pala alam kung anong gagawin mo, ngangils, hindi yun siya.
Yeah.
So, dapat alam mo, financial statement. Okay? Next, dapat meron siyang suitable criteria. It should be established before anything else. So, pinag-uusapan ito siya sa meeting. It should be known between you and the responsible party. Pag-uusapan ko anong criteria. So, kung financial statement audit itong pinag-uusapan natin, the criteria that we are going to use is GAAP. Wala nang iba. Okay? Next is, there should be sufficient appropriate evidence. Okay? So, ito yung pinaka-description ng evidence na hinahanap natin, appropriate. Okay?
Yes.
So, hindi lahat ng evidence kukunin natin. Kasi pag hindi appropriate, hindi tugma, hindi tama yung evidence na nakuha natin, hindi siya magagamit. It would be disregarded. Okay? And the fifth element of assurance is assurance report. Okay? So if it is a financial audit, it's the auditor's report, the independent auditor's report. Okay?
Yes,
O,
ma'am.
yung mga non-assurance engagement, you can read them. So that's the first chapter of our book. Do you have any question?
So far.
Question? None?
Yung
Ready for a
framework
quiz?
naman, no? Kami lang ang magbasa, ma'am.
Okay na magbasa nun.
Okay.
Do you have any question? Bueno, any question? None? Ready for a quiz next meeting? Short, very short. I'm going to give you a very short quiz.
Yes.
Okay? Sige. Kindly
Chapter
read
1
in
lang.
advance. Yes. Kindly read in advance financial statement audit. Okay? You can read the book, you can read the slides. I am just going to have the discussion next meeting around 30 minutes perhaps. And then the rest would be exercises. Okay? So I want you to read. I want you to raise your questions on the matter because I'm just going to focus on the most important part of our topic next meeting. Okay?
Yes, ma'am.
It's already 8:30. Baka meron kayong klase pagkatapos nito.
Yes, ma'am.
Nan? So, bye-bye.
Bye, ma'am. Thank you,
Bye-bye.
ma'am.